guest with us
tonight. Just last week, MTV presented his record E=MO² with the award for Best Comedy Album of the Year. Emo is very particular about his introduction, so he actually wrote one up that he would prefer for me to use here. So I shall read it now. It is my pleasure to introduce to you now a man who is very nice and who can make his own coleslaw. He's considered by many, so please welcome a guy who is quite hardy with the caddies. Hardy with the... Excuse me. Handy with the ladies. Oh, okay. He's a guy who is quite handy with the ladies. A man who will dazzle you with his enormous skull. His enormous skull? Emo, it says, is this supposed to be enormous skull? That's right. A man who will dazzle you with his enormous skull. Please put your hands together for Emo.
Thank you, Rich. It's a pleasure to be back here in the beautiful town of Chicago, just in time for the winter. I love the snow. When I was a little kid, my favorite time of year was the first snow. How about you? Oh, it was mine. I'd wake up and I'd scream, "Yippee, snow!" And I'd run to the front door and I'd go, "You know the deal. Let me in now." You know, Rich was talking about coleslaw. I like coleslaw. You got to be careful, though. I was making coleslaw the other day, and this mouse ran across the countertop, and I accidentally decapitated him. And I couldn't find the head anywhere. That night, my dad is his boss over for dinner, and he reaches into his mouth and pulls out the head of the rodent. Thinking quickly, I said, "We have a winner." People are picky about coleslaw. I don't blame you, Rich. I made my grandmother some coleslaw. I guess I didn't chop the pieces up fine enough because it clogs her IV. I'll never forget that horrible evening. I took my grandmother to the emergency room, and after an hour of pacing, the doctor said, "Emo, your grandmother's on an artificial life support system, but although her brain is dead, her heart is still beating." I thought, oh my gosh, we've never had a Democrat in the family before. Oh, it was horrible. Oh, I don't know. You got to be careful about coleslaw. I was at a party a few weeks ago, and I said, "Turn down that Beethoven." They said, "It's not Beethoven, it's Mozart." And I'm trying to read the label, you know. Finally, I take out the cassette. It was Schubert. Anyway, I'm at the party. The hostess says, "Emo, make yourself comfortable." So I pulled down my pants and sat in the pudding. And anyway, I'm dancing with this girl, and she dies. I thought, I don't know how to lead. And I grabbed this other girl, and she dies too. I thought, this is above average. So I said to this guy, "How come everyone's dying?" He says, "Bad coleslaw." And I run to the coleslaw. There's dead bodies all around it. And a voice from the coleslaw says, "Eat me, Mo." I thought, this coleslaw is possessed. And I'm trying to move back, and it draws me into its force. "Eat me." I says, "No," it says, "Eat me." And finally, I can't help it, and I plunge my head into the coleslaw. And I'm eating, and I bite into this tape recorder, and everyone rises up off the floor laughing. I always fall for that trick. I don't know. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Have a seat, won't you? You know, Emo, it's really very funny, but you're talking about coleslaw, and I happen to make the best coleslaw in the world.
Oh, no you don't, Mr. Pretend Stud.
What, do you want to bet?
Yeah. Okay.
Some people just don't believe.
Do you make the best coleslaw in the world?
Yes.
Darn. Take it.
Okay, well, that was pretty easy money, Emo.
Let me give you a chance to win it back.
Okay.
Here. Come on, mister. Take this piece of paper.
Okay.
Tear it in half. Jettison one of the pieces.
Jettisoned.
It's a word. Tear it in half again.
Tear it in half again.
Jettison.
Another jettison.
Tear it in half again.
Tear it in half again.
Jettison.
Jettison.
Once you absorb the general principle, you can work at your own speed.
Thank you.
Now, the trick is, Rich, you get it down to just one atom, and one more tear creates an explosion. Go on.
Okay. Well, didn't happen.
Well, you could fake it.
Emo, thanks for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, Emo Phillips. Thanks, Emo. Really marvelous.